sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Tampa. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On play action, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Prescott off play action. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Buccaneers had 8 and 5 to start play, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Prescott now. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Prescott on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the first down.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. This one caught by Kittle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. George Kittle, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as the tackle made at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really struggling to get his good football.
So not only did he get a good start, he might get a good watch, too.
This defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That boy showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Prescott. And Diggs has it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there.
2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here's Prescott. First-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. Mevis on to attempt the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Diggs in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Fourth down, Prescott. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hands it off.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's a sixth sense for knowing where the football is.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 37.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run with Mitchell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Once more with Mitchell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mitchell. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Beavis is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Dak Prescott, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Beavis is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Flushed out right.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Finding room at midfield. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Brady to throw again. And incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Finally held down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. And some room to work.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That solid gain will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point by Mevis is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league where we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now Brady got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Now Mevis for the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half-yard at most, but officially going to be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And some space here.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big gain there on 3rd and long. 43 yards on the ground. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll go down but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Off the play fake, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Come on, B. 72. Jacket, reload.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He winds up getting a yard back there, and now it's 32. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Alert.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. And now here's another interception. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that.
And I always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Charles, a lot of new faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Buccaneers,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
and they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,